ever been alone at work late at night and suddenly felt like you weren't? I used to work for a small architectural firm in downtown Chicago. Our office was on the 11th floor of a pretty old high-rise, and during crunch periods, I'd sometimes stay behind after hours to finish up drafts and blueprints. One Friday night, just before a big client presentation, I found myself alone past 9 p.m. Everyone else had already left by 6. Even my boss, the cleaning staff, had come and gone. I knew this because I saw them leave while I was heating up ramen in the kitchenette. The place was quiet, eerily so. Just the hum of the lights and the occasional distant sound of a train. I was in the middle of revising floor plans when I suddenly noticed something strange on my second monitor. For context, I use a dual-screen setup. On one screen, I had my design software. On the other, just my email client. But out of the corner of my eye, I saw the email tab flicker. When I looked, there was a new draft message open. I hadn't typed anything. The message said, "I see you." I stared at it, frozen, thinking maybe I'd left my keyboard unlocked and my elbow hit something. But then I saw the cursor. It was blinking. Then it typed again. Still here? I immediately unplugged the Ethernet cable and closed the laptop. I stood up, heart racing, trying to rationalize it. Remote access maybe? A hack? I walked to the glass door of our small conference room, which was all windows. From there, you could see the hallway, the elevator, everything. But as I turned to walk back to grab my bag, I saw it. A figure standing in the far corner of the office, motionless, just beyond the pool of light from my desk lamp. It looked like a man, but something was off. Too still, too shadowed. I whispered out a shaky hello, but got no response. I didn't wait. I grabbed my keys and bolted, not even turning off my computer. I took the stairs all 11 floors down. The next morning, I came in with my manager and told her everything. We checked the security footage, but here's the part that still makes my skin crawl. From 9:15 to 9:36 p.m., the exact time I saw that thing, the hallway camera looped the same 5 seconds of empty hallway over and over. The IT guy swore no one accessed my system remotely. I never stayed late again. Back in 2019, I worked as a night shift systems technician for a finance firm in Dallas. Most of my job was remote server maintenance, which meant long nights alone in an empty office building. It wasn't exactly thrilling, but the silence helped me focus. One night, around 2:30 a.m., I was updating some backups on the 7th floor. That floor was usually vacant at night. No execs, no staff, just dark cubicles and the faint hum of old fluorescent lights. I had just finished logging a maintenance note when I caught something strange in the corner of my eye. One of the conference room lights across the hall flickered on. I hadn't touched that room. No motion sensors were supposed to be active that late, either. I walked over, expecting maybe a janitor or a maintenance guy. But when I got to the door, it was empty. Just a long glass table, a whiteboard, and a few chairs slightly out of place. I stood there for a second, staring, and then the lights shut off. Just like that. No sound, no flicker, just darkness. I stepped back, reaching for my flashlight. That's when I saw the reflection. In the glass of the conference room, someone was standing directly behind me. I spun around, heart pounding. No one was there. I don't know how long I stood frozen in that hallway, listening for footsteps that never came. Eventually, I forced myself to walk back to my workstation, trying to laugh it off. Maybe I was just tired. Maybe the glass reflected something weird. But when I sat back down at my terminal, the conference room camera, one of the security feeds I'd left running, was showing live footage of the room. And in that feed, standing in the far corner, was a man. Not moving, not blinking, just watching. He wasn't there when I looked. Not physically, but the camera showed him clear as day. Black suit, no face, just a blank smear where features should be. I called building security. They checked every floor. Nobody was found. They said the camera feed was likely glitched and had reset it. But the next night when I came in, the lights in that conference room were already on, and the chairs were all facing the corner. I transferred departments within the week. I still work in IT, but I don't do night shifts anymore.